Hey, what's up everyone? Chemical back here with round 2 of the NHRL F1 series. We're here at Bahrain, as you can see, and we're just going to jump into qualifying here, jump into the first lap. So this first lap is my fastest lap of the session. The strategy here for Bahrain is mediums to hards, so just going to be doing the one lap on the mediums. Into turn 1, go a little bit too deep, get a good amount of oversteer, which I'd been fighting throughout the time on this setup. But onto the second DRS straight, down into turn 3, pretty good. Now gonna get into the S's here. The S's can be a little bit tricky. You want to make sure you get a little bit of that curb and then able to swing the car back around into this tight right-hander. Just barely got to the apex a little bit too early there. And then gonna move on to the final DRS straight here. Nice hooking around the triple left-hander right there, and able to get a good run onto the backstretch. Good through here. Could have possibly carried a little bit more speed through the corner, but gonna go through here onto one of the last two straightaways. Go a little bit wide. Gives me a warning, but I'm not gonna get invalidated from that. Into the final corner, really good through here, little bit of oversteer right through the final corner, open up the DRS, and I'm going to go along with a 27.3, which is currently P1 out of all the mediums runners. We jump to the end of the session here, just watching the Red Bull, see if he's going to set a faster lap or not. As you see, my teammate was actually able to set a 26.5 on the mediums. He set an amazing lap, he had said, and I'm down there in 4th. The two people between me and my teammate are both on softs, and as you see, the Red Bull is coming in even though he was on the mediums. Didn't feel like he wanted to set that lap, so that's going to be the end of the qualifying here. And now onto the race. So as you see, strategy mediums to hards. Just going to fill up the car with a little bit more fuel. Very important to get be fast on these straightaways here at Bahrain, so I just wanted to make sure that I had enough fuel to use for in case I was trying to pass anyone. So just waiting for everybody to ready up here. Need to focus on getting a really good start and making sure I can get ahead of those soft runners before any of the other mediums runners behind me were able to get ahead. So gonna turn on overtake here, put in Rich, and try to get a good start. Get not really that good of a start. The Alfa Romeo on my outside is able to pull alongside. My teammate 3 wide for the lead. Looks like he's able to hold on to it for now. Little bit of contact from the back. My teammate gets really loose. He's going to fall to 3rd. Not going to take advantage of that mistake from him. Going to try to stay in 4th here. The AlphaTauri dives to my inside. Going to try to fend him off. He gets a little loose off the corner just like I do. And he backs out going into the S's here. Smart decision. My teammate in 3rd, I'm in 4th now. Both the soft runners ahead of us.
We've held position on lap 1. That's not great, but it's
about to go in the triple left-hander here. Or double left-hander. Teammate locks up a little bit. I'm able to stay right behind him though. Got the AlphaTauri right up behind me. And now my teammate's going to have to try to refocus in, come back from that mistake, and try to get up to the back up front again. Now, my focus here is just to make sure I can try to get out of the DRS of the AlphaTauri behind me before we get to lap 3 and the DRS is enabled. Go a little bit wide there, but don't really gain anything from it. If anything, lost a little. Side by side for the lead out of the final corner. My teammate looks like he's going to take advantage of that. He's going to put the Williams too wide. The Williams is actually going to try to look to the inside of the McLaren. They're going to go almost 3 wide in the corner. My teammate locks up, but he's able to barely stay ahead of the McLaren, and he's able to get the lead. I'm going to go to the inside of the Williams. We're going to go 3 wide for 2nd. Try to go through the inside. The Williams is able to hang around the outside. I got really oversteer right there, but I'm able to hold on to third. He goes wide, just trying to follow him here. Just trying to make sure that I could find the right time to make a move, make sure the AlphaTauri does not have my DRS for lap 3. We're going to move on to lap 3. We see that the Williams is actually going to make a pass on my teammate. My teammate hangs it around the outside, able to hold off the Williams. That lets me get DRS and a good run on the both of them. You know, have overtake on, put it in Rich, falling behind, almost into the back of the Williams. Gonna actually go around the outside, and I'm gonna be in second. The Williams not able to hang it there, so I'm gonna move up in a second right behind my teammate. Now from here on out, my teammate and I just had to try to pull away, get out of that DRS like we did last week at Australia. Gonna move on. You see, I'm actually 1.2 seconds behind my teammate here, which would not be enough for DRS range. Do have the Williams 6/10 behind me, and as you see, I'm not gonna get DRS on to the second straight here, which is very crucial. I need to try to push as hard as I can to get back in the DRS of my teammate. Very good corner there. Gain a little bit, but get a little bit of oversteer, which cost me some time. And fast forward to the next lap, or to the end of that lap, I'm actually within 7/10 of my teammate, and that's gonna allow me to get DRS. And crucially, I've also pulled out of the DRS of the Williams. So now, gonna try to focus to stay behind my teammate here. Our pit window is anywhere between lap 12, lap 14, somewhere around there. So we're gonna both be looking to pit around the same time, maybe get an undercut on one another. Just focusing to make sure I can stay within this DRS, getting good corners. Seems like he's a little faster on the straights. Moving on to lap 8 here, as you see, it's gotten a little bit darker. And I'm a little bit closer than I ever have been. Gonna open the DRS, have overtake on, got a huge run on him. Actually gonna think better of it. Didn't think this was the right time. No need to really fight, it's lap 9 of the race. So I'm gonna just stay behind, but if I get another run like that, I don't know if I can pass up that opportunity. So obviously gonna be just in standard here behind my teammate. Just follow him along, see what his pace is like, and see if maybe I can overtake him right before pits. So now as we see, right behind my teammate here, another good run through the final corner. Get a little bit of oversteer, but still gaining big on him with that overtake with the DRS and Rich mix. Go right past him with ease. Looks like he may have had the engine turned down. Into the first corner. Gonna make sure I get a good run out of here so that I can make sure that he stays behind me, since he will have DRS. And do get a good run. Looks like he doesn't have the engine turned up again. Gonna stay in first here. And this is very important for when the pit cycle comes along. As I get really loose, almost let my teammate get back by, but I'm gonna stay in front. Very important that I stay in front here. Move on to lap 12. This could be a possible pit lap. Could try to look to undercut my teammate here onto the hards. See if I will or not. Gonna actually go towards the pits. Put in lean. Perfect pit entry. See how quick the stop is here. .6. Decent stop. Get out. Right to the pit exit. Is try to push as hard as I can on this outlap here. Everyone behind me already pit, or is pitting, or is already pit. So now it looks like I got a 8.7 second gap to the next car behind me. Now it's going to be all about pushing on this lap to try to undercut my teammate, while he is also pushing on his in lap. So through the S's here, missed the apex of the first one just a little. Able to fix it up through the second. Really good here through the first right-hander. Just a tad bit of oversteer. Through the left-handers here. Onto this straightaway. A decent run. Deploying overtake and Rich. On the curb. Trying to get a good exit, or a good entry here into the corner. Little bit compromising the exit there, getting on the curb. Teammate is in the pits as I'm rounding around the penultimate corner. See if I'm going to be able to get him or not. Through the final corner. Put on overtake. Put it in Rich. See if this is going to be a little bit different than Australia, where we actually made contact that was coming out of pit road. And there's my teammate coming out of pit road right there. Try to go around his outside. He cuts me off, and a virtual safety car is out, as I could have possibly made a move right there. Virtual safety car, gonna jump to the ending of it. Get a good run through that corner, step on the gas right as he does. Gonna get the DRS, Rich Mix, overtake. He defends to the inside. I go around the outside. Trying to go around his outside. Actually, I'm gonna back out of it. I do not want to go too wide with him through there, as that curb is very deadly, and it is still only lap 14 out of 29. Gonna be right up behind him here, though. Gonna look for a good exit through the final corner here. Almost get into the back of him. Really good right there. Gonna have overtake DRS. And even with the overtake DRS and Rich Mix, he's still right there. His straight line speed is tremendous right here, and barely able to gain on him. To his inside, bunch of oversteer through that corner, and that's gonna kill my run. Gonna have DRS open. Just gonna turn down the engine, turn off the overtake. Not gonna be able to get him here. Moving on to lap 23, and you actually see I've lost the DRS to my teammate, actually 1.4 seconds behind. Very important that I can get back within that 1 second gap, or I will for sure finish P2 in this race. Just the gap is staying 1.4, 1.5. See how I can get him through this first corner. Looks like I gained a little bit, but then lost a bunch on that oversteer. Just fighting with that oversteer through the exit of the slow corners. All the way throughout this race. Gain a little bit on him there. And 1.05, 1.03. The detection zone's right there. And did I get DRS? Yes, I actually did get DRS. This is very important because this is going to let me close back up on the back of him. The gap going from 0.95, 0.75, 0.65, just mowing down the gap with the DRS. In the turn one, he locks up a little bit. That lets me get really close, but he gets a way better exit than I do. And I just try to stay within there. Make sure I'm close enough to attack within the final laps. Brake really late there, lose a little bit of time from that. Just going through the S's, and now onto lap 26. And we're coming to 3 laps to go here, right behind him. Rich Mix, overtake on. DRS open. Trying to catch up to the back of him. You see how long it takes for me to even get anywhere close to him with all the straight line speed that he has. Diving to his inside. Got him for a bit, and then a huge amount of oversteer. Somehow save the car, but lose any opportunity I have on this lap to be able to get past him. And I had the DRS there, so I would have had a great chance in the turn 3. But now just gonna have to regroup onto the final 2 laps of the race. Coming to 2 laps to go here. Open the DRS, overtake, Rich Mix. Barely catching up to him, even with the slipstream. Gonna look to dive to his inside. Going there, I get on the curb a little bit, he gets a much better exit, turn in way too early, lose a bunch more time, and it's all going to be down to the last lap. See if I will be able to make any moves to try to get to him. On to the final lap. Rich, mix, overtake, DRS. Not catching any almost, even with the slipstream. Going to look to the inside, think better of it. See if maybe I can get a better run out of this corner in the turn 3. DRS open. Not even close enough into turn 3. I'm going to try to follow him here, see if he makes any mistakes. Make a little bit of one myself. Going to lose a bit of time through there. Through the S's. Just mess up the entry to the second S. Almost get spin there on the curb. Just trying to follow him very hard with the dirty air. With the DRS open way too far back though, almost 9/10 the gap. Into some of the final corners of the lap. Coming through, about to enter the penultimate corner. There's only one more shot left, that's the final corner, but I'm not even close enough, even with Rich and overtake enabled. 3/10 back into the final corner. Try to get a good run here, but not even close. And then we're just going to weave across the line. Celebrate the 1-2 at least for our team. Good bounce back from Australia. Going to have a look at the driver's points here. As you see, my teammate after that win catapults in the P1. Myself in P4 after disappointing Australia. And me and my teammate actually first in constructor standings now. Thank you for watching.